for the stretching and snap back. Up, down. Alright, before I break this club, let's put it down. Saw the axe head, what it was doing. Okay? The axe caused delay of the arms. This big driver I got from a guy called Chuck Evans. Google him, you can buy one of these. This whole thing is way overweighted. Even the shaft is overweighted. I'm currently teaching a lady who's retired and working on this move, getting this down. I handed this to her. She's right-handed, so she had to swing it backwards, but she was just concerned with the feeling. And we've been working on the turn and the delay of the arms while keeping the bad odor in. And when she got that right, she was hitting nifty little draw shots. They weren't as high and strong as she's going to eventually be able to get. But this motion, the delay, creates a nice draw and gets the face angle down where it can smack the ball upwards. So here's a ball here. Here's the contact point with the wood. And down. Alright, the ball is sitting on the ground. This is a driver. That was not too bad. Alright. But did you see the delay? This is so heavy that you cannot manipulate. In fact, if you tried to manipulate pushing any part of your body, this thing could accidentally hit the ground and maybe ruin your wrist for a year. It's get this into action quick. To quick. This is so heavy it always whirling me around. And by the way, you saw me spin around as when that axe got through that piece of wood. I told the other lady that the feeling of chopping the wood like this is your start of the return. You get up to power here, and then you let go. Some call it release of these muscles, so that you come round like you're going to spin like a figure skater or like a little child spinning on the kitchen floor. Mommy, look, I can spin. The momentum. Release. It's a quick twitch. Get this going quickly, that far, and then let go. By then you whipped this club into position. Here's a ball here. Here's the contact point with the wood. And down. Alright, the ball is sitting on the ground. This is a driver. That was not too bad. Alright. I did teach a man in a wheelchair how to hit a golf ball. Got his hips higher than his knees. That was critical. He could have the pillows underneath. He could turn here. So the key was to get his hands tilted so the club could get beyond his knees, down to the ground, hold that, and then turn. And he wowed some young kids at a charity event for mentally handicapped people. I never saw it, but I taught the man in about 15 minutes how to do this while I was coaching some mentally handicapped, just getting them to bat the ball. They were happy to smack the ball out. So it went up in the air, yippee! But in the meantime, I ducked over to help this man. And all it was turn, turn. So simple. Posture. Where's your spine? This point, this point. Breastbone parallel to these points. Sort of parallel. When you turn, are you still parallel with that spine? And then when you whip, are you still parallel? There's where you get to. The club lifts you up. All the way. This breastbone is parallel to the spine. Where a lot of people get into trouble is here, then they'll tilt. Here, if they get here, and then they'll tilt to push, or knee, or do the Highland fling, or whatever. Keep this backbone parallel, turn, turn. And there's so much power in those turns. Wrist cock, you've heard of that term. Turn. As you turn back, the momentum of the club carries on. There's a bit of a stretch, a flex in the wrist, tendons. In here, stretch, snap back. They do not manipulate. Rolling of the forearms is done by the turn of the body. That happens. I've seen guys out there and wonder why it goes everywhere. Keep the bad odor in. That allows the shoulders to flex in the shoulder blades, front of the shoulder. If they're loose and sloppy, you've got all kinds of weird contortions. Firm and snug, spine, turn, chop the wood, feel the stretch, snap back. Wrist cock, you've heard of that term. Turn. As you turn back, the momentum of the club carries on. There's a bit of a stretch, a flex in the wrist, tendons. In here, stretch, and snap back. They do not manipulate. Rolling of the forearms is done by the turn of the body. That happens. I've seen guys out there and wonder why it goes everywhere. Once again, spine angle. Set up to the ball. Where is my spine? Where's my breastbone? Buttons. The aha moment for the lady who was bouncing the ball on the ground and not getting distance was when she thought of moving her buttons around, arcing around her spine. That one point up here in her spine. Arcing around the spine and